Happy July 2nd. It's July 3rd. Sorry, let me try that again then. Okay. Happy July 3rd, everyone. Although this is 4th of July weekend and fireworks will be going off tomorrow, that is not the holiday we are focusing on today. No, instead, we are on the hunt for Halloween decor. Hope you're we are actually on our way to Indianapolis, because where I live, there are no at-home stores, Old Time Pottery, any of that near me. So we're going to go where there are stores and where there is a very good chance of Halloween decor being out. I actually already called ahead to some of them, and they have confirmed that yes, they have some of their stuff out, and there was also a good chance that they were getting some again today. So let's hope that luck is with us and that we are fruitful in our search for all things spooky, dark, macabre, and Halloween. Honey, I already see it. Okay, so first, excuse the slightly jacked lipstick. Wearing a mask screws that up every single time. All right. So far, we've had some really good hits and some really dreadful misses. So first, the At Home on Shelby Street in Indianapolis. Quite a bit out. I'd say probably about 15-20% out right now. They had several of the skull jars and the potion ingredients jars out of different colors. They only had black, clear, purple, and blue. As for the potion ingredients, they had, I think, vampire drool, unicorn horn, and I can't remember the other one, but you'll see. They also had some ornaments out for your spooky trees that you'd like to get, various different colors. They had the classic black, orange, and white. They also had some more jewel tones, your dark greens, purples, and blues, and I think it was blue. And then they had your blacks, whites, and grays. So they had that. They had a wreath out that was the snake wreath that was oh so popular last year. They had that out. They also had some garland. Of course, your jack-o'-lanterns. We saw those first on some clips a few weeks ago that people were sharing. So yes, they had the big old jack-o'-lanterns. That's great. They also had some stackable jack-o'-lanterns. Also, please excuse if you hear the AC. It is hot. Witches. They had several witches out for you to grab. I think there was like maybe... There were 2 witches that I saw, and I believe they also had a fortune teller also out. Oh, glass pumpkins. So anyone who decorates with pumpkins all year round, like I do, they have your glass pumpkins at home in various different colors. So blacks, whites, Technicolor, greens, blues, oranges, whatever, they have it. Bottle trees. They had several bottle trees out. I believe the ones that I saw were black with a couple different colored ornaments. They also had the light up trees like the a la 1960s. Black with purple and orange lights, and they also had the candy corn one. So that's back again this year. And glitter trees. Yes, okay. So this, I was looking most forward to this, and at the same time I was also the most disappointed. So these 3-4 foot tall glitter trees that would have been great to put right by a fireplace, they look fantastic. However, if you even lightly tap the base, glitter just falls off of it, and that is oh so disheartening. Because otherwise I would have paid the $50 for them. Like for each one, I would have gotten 2, but that couldn't happen because I like them, but I don't want all the glitter. That's such a major heartbreak for me. So if you're looking to get one of those trees, just beware anything that knocks it is going to cause glitter to fall off. There was also several different skulls, skull candles, tall candles with skeletons on them. Let's see, regular skulls. They also had some dishware, well, not really dishware, more like cups and glasses. One was a skull glass with a straw. They had also a couple of, not decanters, other thermoses or mugs that have skulls on them. They also did have one of the little milk bottles too for kids. So there were several of them of different characters. So good for the kids and everything else. Fun for that. Couple of signs. There was, I know that one of the lines this year is going to be kind of a country theme. I'm not quite certain what it's called again. I don't know if it was Hoedown Halloween or whatnot. But yes, for anyone who has a country or western or any sort of that chic for their themes, they have you covered at home. I'm blanking on several different things. Oh, they also had a couple different like regular pumpkin items, which are great for me. Pumpkins, like pumpkin plates, pumpkin teacups, pumpkin. I'm not too sure if I got video of that though, unfortunately. But I know they had it. And they also had a couple of other mugs, glasses, items and whatnot. If I'm forgetting something, I'll just let the footage roll through this as we're going along. So yeah, that was pretty much at home. At least at home 1.0. Moving on, stopped by Kirkland's because we heard that they had stuff online, and we were just curious, since we were already in the area, might as well just check out to see if they've got anything in store. The answer is no. They've got nothing in store, nothing at all. Actually felt very out of place walking in the store, but at this point I'm kind of used to that. So nothing yet, but if you want stuff from Kirkland's, they got you covered online. And then Old Time Pottery. Okay, stab in the heart here. I've been seeing all these photos and all these videos of all this cool nifty stuff at Old Time Pottery. The one we went to didn't even have enough to cover an end cap. I mean, it was on a shelf, but it was a tiny section, and I'll just let the video play because I just took a quick look at it and realized this was a lost cause, at least for right now. So if I'm ever in a town again that has an Old Time Pottery before we get to the end of Halloween season, sure, I'll stop by, but this time it didn't have much of anything, so wah-wah. All right, now we're going on to the other at home, which is on the north side of Indy, so that's 20 miles away-ish. So we'll see if they've got anything different. We'll see if they got us covered. Let's hope. Keep our fingers crossed and see if luck is still with us. So, went to the other at-home store on north side of Indy. That was an absolute bust, which sucks because bumpy road. I called ahead yesterday, and the person I talked to on the phone said, oh yeah, we have some out. I didn't even record because there was nothing in there. So unless they sold out of everything between yesterday and today, I felt like I was lied to, but we have a saving grace. Checked some more locations. Going to the Avon, Indiana location, which is 12 miles away, called, and the woman on the phone, let this be true, said, yeah, we just put everything we had out. We're still missing a few things, but most of our stuff is out. And I asked, oh, so you have full aisles? And she said, yes. So let's hope that this bears fruit, and I'm hoping that fruit is pumpkins at this point. Let it be pumpkins. So fingers crossed, we will have good luck in this one, since the past 3 stores you've been to have had nothing. Okay, addendum to what I just said, because my husband was over here being a smart aleck. Apparently pumpkins are vegetables. I'm sorry. I just wanted to go with it. Bare fruit equals pumpkins, okay? So bare vegetables, we're getting pumpkins. Either which way, I want my spooky stuff. This is my second time recording this. Since my first one, there was a lot of background noise. So let's see if I can remember everything I said. First off, the third at home was a very successful hunt. The woman I spoke to on the phone was correct. There was quite a bit out. Not full entire aisles, but more than enough to make this worth the trip. At least the extra 12 mile drive we did go. So this one did have a few other items that the first at home did not have. First off, the potion bottles. This one had several more options for potion bottles, including the skull ones. So this one had snake tongue. It also still had the vampire drool and unicorn horn. But I was really looking for the snake tongue one, since that was I think the only one of the original ones that I didn't see, at least the generic looking potion bottles. As for the skull bottles, this one also had the blue and the dark green. Next up, mugs, coffee mugs. So these are the stackable coffee mugs that we've been seeing either photos of or other videos on YouTube. This one had both the Halloween Heroes one, black hat, a jack-o'-lantern, ghost. I believe the last one was a Frankenstein. Another one of the cups, stackable cups, was the witch's apothecary ingredients. So hemlock root and a couple of others. I'll admit I'm blanking on those. The only one that was missing was the one that is when you stack all four together, it creates a skeleton. So that's the only one that they did not have. There might be a few items that I'm forgetting here. If so, I'll just let the video play to show everything that I did see. Again, this is not the entire selection at home right now. We're still waiting for quite a few things to be released. There's still a lot of empty spaces. I know that, for example, I did see some giant fuzzy spiders for decor, probably for indoor decor. Another was a hanging ghost item, also for indoor. But the rest of that aisle was entirely bare. They didn't have any of the outdoor welcome mats available. They didn't have anything else available out there. They didn't have any of their outdoor signs for like yard signs. They did have one stand-up sign for boo that I did see for right by your door, but everything else was like completely bare around there. But we still did see quite a few things that they did have, so have fun with that. Hi again, folks. So it is the next day, 4th of July. I will admit it's a little strange doing a Halloween decor haul on 4th of July, but that's the kind of people we are. So let's get right into it, shall we? First up, the things that we all saw come out first at home on several photos and other videos and whatnot are all of these jars. I picked up not one but two of these skull jars, clear and black. I wasn't too sure which ones I wanted. My husband was very much into the clear, surprisingly enough, and of course had to get the black. So like I said, there were several other colors there. Probably not going to put anything in these. They're just going to be for decoration. As soon as we can get a little bar area set up, that's in our plans for the future, maybe this fall, these will probably go on that bar setup. At least that's my idea for right now. And let's face it, yes, we can call this a Halloween decor haul, but if I'm gonna be honest with myself, some of the stuff is gonna be out all year round. So let's just face it and call it what it is. But these will definitely probably be out all year round somewhere around my house. Next up are all of these potion ingredients jars. I got a slight selection here. So this one is the unicorn, yes, the Always Fresh unicorn horn. I also got vampire drool. Nice little black bottle. Is this black? Yes, it's black. Sorry, lighting in here is not the greatest. We also ended up with snake tongue. I was really looking for this one. I don't know why. It's a basic bottle, but I love it. We also got some of the bat topper ones. This is Eye of Newt and Scale of Dragon. So I know there's a couple other ones out there, but these were the only two that they had at the at home that I went to. So we grabbed these while we could. So these will also probably be out year round for me. I've got an idea of where I'm going to put them, but I'm not going to decorate yet until we get more into the autumn season. So these probably won't go up until August-ish is what I'm guessing right now. If you hear explosions, it's because my neighbors are setting off fireworks right now. Next up, while I have them on my table over here, picked up some candles. So orange taper and black taper candles. I have two candelabras that are always on my kitchen table, and I change out the candles per season. So right now they're green candles, but I'll be putting these in soon. And I know I already have some candles, but I know I already had some candles from last year, but if I was going to be mixing things up a little bit, I wanted them to be the same style. So that way I'll do both orange and black on those candelabras coming up in a few months. Well, it's July, so let's be honest, folks. I'm probably gonna decorate in August, but who knows. Moving on, something that's not really Halloween, but is definitely autumn, and something that will be out on the coffee bar you see behind me. So I like having a little plate out for my stirring spoons for coffee, also my little tea infuser, because I use loose leaf herb tea, but little pumpkin plate. I actually decorated pumpkins all year round, normally different colors, but this one is large enough to hold several spoons as well as my tea infuser. So the only one I had was like a little small one comparison, so yeah. So I wanted something a lot bigger. I just lost focus. Okay. We're gonna wait a moment because those are fireworks. Thanks, we're done. Okay, moving on. Perhaps one of the favorite things that I got, and one that I searched all over for. So glad I found these. My husband's the one that spotted them first, so bless him. The potion ingredient coffee mugs. So Witch's Brew, Eye of Newt, Spider Venom, and Hemlock Root. This will go on my coffee bar all year round. Since my coffee bar is themed as an apothecary. So no matter the season, time of year, it's always witches, ingredients, apothecary, and everything else like that. So this will be up there pretty soon. Going back to the pumpkins real quick. So as I mentioned, I decorate with pumpkins all year round. I do not have the one up there right now, but I have, some of them are homewarming, actually almost all of them were housewarming gifts from my mother last year that she also got at home. And there are different colors of orange. Believe I have a couple of that are purple and green and your traditional looking pumpkins. But we saw these, they had some new ones out. So we picked up these two. So this one my husband spotted first. It's like an oil slick color. Black and white in the bottom, oil slick on top, rainbowish looking. It just caught our eye. I don't know why. Normally not our thing. We're normally not the greatest or the biggest fans of the oil slick Technicolor theme, but we really liked it. So we're gonna find a little home for this soon. And then he also spotted this one. Again, these are more autumn than instead of Halloween decor, but this one is a blue, light blue and dark blue. In the store, it looked black and gray, so the lighting wasn't the greatest, but I still like it. So this will probably be for winter more often than not for me. But at the very least, more pumpkins. I saw this, I didn't get any footage of this whenever I was going through the first At Home store. But I saw it on a shelf and I gasped and I immediately grabbed it. So this is a 7-piece skull decanter set. So it has a skull decanter and 6 shot glasses. So this will, as soon as we can get a bar set up, like I mentioned, this will be on there. Not too sure what liquor we're gonna put in it, but at the very least, I'm gonna have a skull on my bar setup eventually. So this one was, it's only $9.99, so that's another thing. Not very expensive. Honestly, not sure of the quality, but the aesthetic fits our aesthetic very well. And so I cannot wait to display this. Again, this will probably be an all year round thing whenever we finally get the bar set up. Also in the cup and glass category, little skull cup with a straw, little mason jar skull. I have one of these already from Michael's, I believe 2 years ago. And the little plastic stopper at the top was destroyed eventually at some point last year. So, sorry, fireworks. So the, I haven't been able, I still use it, but it's not keeping things as insulated or the straw in the same spot as I'd like it to be. So I wanted a new one, so this is gonna replace that. I mean, I'll still keep my old one, but I at least wanted another one on hand. This next piece is my husband's favorite find of the day. So it is a little candle holder. So you have a little haunted house set up, bats in a graveyard. And so as soon as you put a light inside of it, probably a lower pillar candle, there we go. Then everything will illuminate out and you'll create a little scene. So I'm still looking for a small pillar candle to put in here. Everyone I saw yesterday was a little too tall, so it reached about to be this tall on it, and it wouldn't have created the scene that we wanted. Not too sure how I'm going to display this, but we'll figure it out as soon as we get closer to the spooky season. So I decorate with garlands all throughout the year, depending on the type. And my husband saw this and thinks that we could do something with it. It is, well, first I gotta get it all situated. Okay, all right. This is a little messy. Okay, so this is black pine looking garland. Let me put one down. But it does stretch out to a pretty decent length. So, let me see. All right. So we got quite a bit of length here, but what we're thinking of doing is putting these over a couple of the entryways, so over our front door and possibly down around it, maybe over my office door. We're thinking right now of wrapping these in Halloween lights, so orange lights, for some decorative looks. We got 2 of them, so we're either going to combine both over one doorway, or we might do 2 over 2 different doorways. I want to see what the lights look like first. I really wanted to add some little bibs and bobs, maybe some Halloween ornaments to go with it, but having that over doorways, there's a good chance that they might have fallen onto people, so I wasn't so certain about that. Normally not my aesthetic really to decorate with the movable kind of like black Christmas tree looking stuff, at least for Halloween, but I'm willing to give it a shot because at least it's bendable, it stays in a position, and that's one thing that I've had trouble with in the past with my garland, is that it wants to go where it wants to go instead of where you want it to go. So at least with this, it will stay in whatever shape you want with it. Now moving on to our 2 big items. Perhaps, I know my coffee cups I said were my favorites, but these 2 are also on that list of favorites. So this piece, I pointed out, and my husband said, oh, good, you like it, because I was hoping you'd like it. And he wasn't going to tell me. I'm like, no, you got to tell me this stuff, man. You got to tell me this. So this Halloween wreath. Can you see me? Okay, let's do it this way. So this lovely Halloween ornament wreath. It's got a good setup on back. So it's metal back here, or at least a plastic. Either which way, a hard form to actually hang things on. It's light. So if you have any command hooks, this would probably stay up without too much of an issue. But this is gonna go on our front door, facing outside. I actually do decorate with a wreath inside, again seasonally, but this one I decided to buy. Could I have made this? Possibly. Would I have cursed the entire time? Yes. Because I don't know anything about adhering ornaments to a wreath form, but I really like the look of this. It's different. I don't know what style you would call this, but I like it. So this is gonna go on our door pretty soon. Really nice piece. It's about $30, but I was more than happy to pay for something fully done like this, instead of making it myself. Now for the final piece. I've been so jealous of people in years past whenever I watched all these videos of people hunting for Halloween decor, and I'm like, I always miss out on these, or when I come across them, they're too expensive and I just can't convince myself to spend the money on it. But I finally have a giant jack-o'-lantern that lights up. Okay, so this is the first thing I saw from at-home videos for Halloween decor hunting that people have posted, and I instantly fell in love because it's giant. I mean, folks, this can be my head. This is bigger than my head. This is quite a bit bigger than my head. It's got a good light inside of it. We've already tested it out, and I'll show you too in the video. But it does light up nicely. It's pretty light, good plastic. Does have a plug-in cord. It is not it's not an outdoor cord though. My husband's been trying to figure out if we could possibly do this outside. Personally, I want to put this by our fireplace and have it lit up there, since normally in October it's still too warm for us to turn on a fireplace, at least where we live. Then again, it changes every single year, so for all I know, it could be a deep freeze. Please don't let it be a deep freeze on Halloween. I really beg of you, don't let it be a deep freeze on Halloween. But having this by my fireplace, I think, would be really pretty to do. Still gonna be on the lookout for other pumpkins. I'd like to do a orange stackable pumpkins. I know At Home did have the white stackable pumpkins, but I really want to do more of these and different facial expressions too. It'd be great. So that pretty much does it for my haul for at home this time around. So we will be going again in the future, not too sure when. We have, whenever we go to see relatives up north, we do have a couple of at-home stores by them. So I have a feeling it's going to be, oh, family visit, and oh, let's go Halloween decor hunting. At least that's what I'm going to try to convince my husband to do, and I have a feeling he's going to be very happy to do that too, because he was very excited to go yesterday. So that was great. That was fun. So what I'm still looking for from at home, I'm still waiting to find one of those giant witch hats that I know is from the Spellbound collection, the giant purple one with like the curly top. I would love to put that out on on my coffee table. I'm waiting for that to hit stores. I'm also waiting to see what their dishware line is going to be like. I did see a photo posted in Jade the Libra's Halloween Facebook group that someone did find at least one store that did have it out, and it was skeleton themed. So I'm waiting to see what that's going to look like in person, because there's a couple of things and I'm like, oh, I really, really, really want to grab some things that I saw in there. But I'm withholding judgment and withholding hope until I physically see it, because I got my hopes up when it came to those giant glitter trees. Still a little heartbroken over that. So those are the two things I'm still waiting for from at home right now. Oh, as well as, as I'm adding more stuff to this list, I would like to see what their full line of outdoor doormats is going to look like, and any sort of cloth materials too. I'd like to see what is coming out more in that, as well as their, I believe their Gothic Elegance line or Dark Elegance line. I know that's going to be coming out. Actually, hold on. Dark Decadence. This is from the Dark Decadence line. So it is the Dark Decadence line, since that's going to be more of year-round materials for this house. I think our next stop is going to be stocking both Joann's, Home Goods, and Michael's. I know Michael's is starting to put out some of their wreath stuff. I at least saw that online. I've not physically gone to the store yet, but I will be at some point this week and next weekend going to see what that's going to look like. I've already got a Halloween wreath that I made last year from Michael's that I am in love with, but it still makes me excited to see the new materials coming out. So I'm curious to see what is going to be out this year. I did see online that they did have one of Spooky Tree Branch wreath that's black, and unfortunately glitter. Everything is glittered. I don't get why everything is glittered. Please stop making everything glittered. That would be great for those of us who are not the biggest fans of it, because we'd probably buy more stuff if it wasn't glittered. But they do have that's coming out that I did see, and they are bringing back the black grapevine wreath, the base wreath, because that's what I made my Halloween wreath with last year. So I'm waiting to see what's coming out from there. I know Joann's has the Halloween fabric out, but I'm curious to see what their decor line is going to be. And Home Goods always has the best Halloween mugs, but I can't wait to see what else they've got this year. It got to the point last year where as soon as I walked into my Home Goods store, the workers would give me the down low on what had just come in, where I could find it. So I became best pals with my Home Goods employees because I was there so often. So we're still waiting to see what those are going to come out. It's only July 4th, so probably mid-July to mid-August is when everything's should hopefully start trickling in. I know we still have to get through back to school season first, and I know that that's going to be a major thing right now at Michael's for back to school. But here's holding out hope. I know Bath & Body Works is going to probably release stuff around July 12th, since that's when their 3-wick candle sale ends. But apparently they have stuff already in back that they are waiting to put out on the floor. So some people have already gotten lucky and scored some great Halloween candles right now. But I'm probably gonna have to wait. I already have some Halloween candles still that I'm burning through, and so I'm gonna wait to see exactly what those are going to look like. I do know that next week is the, I know this isn't really necessarily Halloween really, but they do have some Halloween ornaments. I know that much. The Hallmark preview for the ornaments is starting next week and will last a week. And I do know that at least some of them are Nightmare Before Christmas themed and some other Halloween themed. So the Nightmare Before Christmas Storyteller ornaments will be coming out. And I think that this year's ornaments are going to be Lock, Shock, and Barrel and Oogie Boogie. So I want to see if that's true. I'm hoping that's true because I already have Jack, Sally, and Santa that is always up too. That's it for this Halloween decor haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the hunt. I had a blast. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you in the next one.